My name is Flores. I work at an aerospace company that we make composite parts for the F-35. I basically am a manufacturing engineering technician. I support the manufacturing engineers. I work on all the parts that have non-conformances. I try to rework them so they're able to become conformant and be able to sell to the customer.
Yeah, perfect. How do you guys use NCT in your facility?
From my perspective, I know that we use it on our machining for our CNC. We use it to cut the parts after molding.
Yeah. So you kind of bridge the gap between manufacturing and quality. Have you seen a decrease in non-conformances since you guys have been using NC Transform?
Yes. So from when I originally started, there were a lot of non-conformances originally with our part. We did a small machining shift using NCT, and after we made that shift, most of the non-conformances went away, and there was a huge decrease in non-conforming parts.
Yeah, so your MRB touch and goes in the morning seem to be a little bit easier.
Yes, 100% has been a lot easier. The numbers have dropped a lot more. So, yeah.
Perfect. What kind of benefits do you think you're seeing in the manufacturing process while using NC Transform?
I think, at least from my perspective, I see there's a lot more consistency with it compared to before, where we would have some parts non-conforming and some parts not non-conforming. I think there's more consistent parts now that we're using NC Transform and being able to keep it within tolerance.
Yeah, perfect. So when you inspect things on a CMM, you have specific datums.
Mm-hmm.
You guys take that theory from the CMM and apply it to the front end of the machining so you can line those datums up for the inspection process?
Yes, I think we do. Based off of how much is over tolerance or under tolerance, we're able to shift it using NCST in the machining process. So I think using both the CMM and CNC do help.
Perfect. Are you guys using part of the inspection portion of NCT in the machine to kind of give you the confidence to move on to the next sequence?
Unfortunately, I don't know that answer. It's a question to answer. I am barely working on that.
Can you walk us through? Wait, that's not a good question. Sorry. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the previous problems that have been solved by using NCT? You know, from a non-conformance standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
if there was a certain situation you were seeing regularly that has now gone away while using it.
Yeah, of course. One of the problems that we mainly had were some of the edges. Some of them were always oversized compared to before. They would have too much. They would be too thick and everything. So we looked at the inspection records to make sure to see how thick they were, and then we made a small machining shift so it would remove a little bit more material. And since then, the non-conformances have all gone away, and we barely get any non-conformances for that specific point.
Yeah, perfect. I bet that helps you sleep a little bit better.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So if you were talking to someone that was thinking about implementing NC Transform, what would you say?
I think, and in my perspective, I think it's a great idea because it's easier to see the shifts and everything and how you're going to do it, and it's a really easy software to understand. As long as you know like what shift you want to make, it helps with consistency and getting rid of the non-conformances.
It's great.
Yes. Okay.
Can you tell us a story about a certain product that was kind of a hurdle in your manufacturing facility that was kind of... Can you tell us a certain story about a product that was a hurdle in your manufacturing facility that is now not a problem for you guys anymore?
Yeah, so we work on exhaust nozzle flaps for the F-35. One of the smaller parts for Stovall, we had a huge problem, like I said before, with the edges. Though we would try to always rework them, and they would never become conforming. So after we use NCT, the machining shifts really help get rid of that nonconformance.
Yeah, perfect. If you were to talk to someone that was going to implement NCT in their facility but was kind of on the fence, is there any advice that you could give them about implementing it?
I would say, yeah. I mean, from what I've heard, NCT they're really communicative. They'll be able to help you guys. Like if you're trying to implement it, it's a very simple process. It shouldn't be too hard. I would say to try it out. I mean, from my perspective, it's a really good software.